Biafra restoration project is on course. It remains sacrosanct. It is irreversible, and no amount of force can dampen nor quench the ingenuity and resilience of the indomitable Biafran spirit. There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever. Biafra restoration project is on course. It remains.
Land of the rise, it's all we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes, we must keep Biafra.
We need a freedom, we need a Biafra restoration. Yes, of course, God is involved in what we are doing. There is no two ways about that. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live this very evening through Biafran Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station is being anchored by Mazi Uche Ukafomefo. Mazi Uche Ukafomefo is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State. Anambra State is Biafra land. He is the man who has simply assured us, those of you looking for Biafra, those of you who want the progress of our people. Mazi Mefo is the man who assured all of us in a solemn meeting that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And he's very glad. If that is all he can do, I think his job is done. I am George Onyibe, and I come from Agbo. Agbo is in Anyoma province, to be precise, and Anyoma province is in Delta State. And all of you who hails from Delta State, you are Biafrans. It is a privilege, as always, that I am serving the Biafra Nation Alliance at this moment as the head of administrator and also the Secretary General of the Biafra de facto customary government. It is a privilege. And do not forget that Mazi Uche Ukafomefo, of course, he is the director of Biafra Nation Alliance. I will move ahead and acknowledge members of the pro-Biafran groups who are ultimately the embodiment of the Biafran nation, the Biafran de facto customary government. Numerous numbers of pro-Biafran group, they came together and put in place a process that will not only enhance on the speedy restoration of Biafra, but to create a process, a means through which we can easily interconnect with every forms of life. It is headed by Alhaji Asare Dokubo and deputized by our sister Adare Tanibogo. And of course, that is on the implementation committee. You have Uchenna Shibu, Homeland Affairs. Like I said earlier, you have our own Mazi Uche Ukafomefo in charge of information and communication. You have Dr. Okado, you have Mazi Obidi Obinu, you have Mazi Nwonyo, you have Igono Eda Unyale, Dr. Nwokenkwo. These names are so numerous, and sometimes I feel as if I've committed any crime for not acknowledging all of you by way of calling your name individually. I'm working towards that anyway, because posterity must judge all of us for what we have done. They stand their ground, members of the de facto customary government. They stand their ground and say, no, something like this must come up. In a very short time, a lot is expected from them. But we do not promise you any miracle. We only tell you that God is involved in what we are doing. All of you, pro-Biafran groups, we understand our difference in terms of approach, ideas, and agenda. We understand. But at this moment, it is crystal clear that nobody could be wrong all the time, and then nobody is right all the time. And so we have to do check and balance. And that is exactly what we are doing here. If you believe that the devolution of power is going to lead us home, if you believe that a referendum is the way to go, you believe 1999 constitution should be amended, whatever it is, we cannot lose focus that we want the best for our people. This is a platform for negotiating. And then we say, go continue doing what you are doing. We don't have to be antagonizing ourselves. That is not part of what we agree. We have our differences, it's okay, but then you people were mature enough to make this move. I thank all of you, and you are highly appreciated. Biafrans will understand what you are doing in this moment. Some people say, give us your agenda. This is how they deceive Nnamdi Kanu. And I encourage members of the pro-Biafran group, you cannot allow anybody to push you into rubbish. Come and have your say in our say. Is this hard? I remember there were times people will call, I want to ask question, I want to ask question. I understand what their plans are or intention. But since Mazu Bidi and Dr. Okadu has insisted, stop answering their question. Because they have been able to perceive their own evil agenda. Nobody is asking question again. And so when we tell you, now they cannot hire people to bastardize, to antagonize all other pro-Biafran group, you won't understand. But don't worry, we are not in a hurry. Until light from God will shine on every platform. And you people will know all of us for who we really are. My brother, we go nowhere. Anybody who think, let me frustrate them, let me do like this, and then they will run. You've not seen our type before. That having been said, I must acknowledge and applaud members of Biafra Nation Alliance. Those of you in the system, you know it has not been easy. It is from one criminal to another, one evil to another, but we are always getting better. From Agungwani to other Biafra. Of course, our team of media representatives, our administrators across the globe. If I have to say, Brachim is here, Ozonwa Zurumba, my brother Isaac Osele, of course, Mbadike, Mazuchuka for me 4 years, our daddy in the Lord, Obidio Bienu, all of you do Willie, Asalem, Odo Guinea, Okum, Masipolo Kwinkwo, all of you, you're too many. My brother Peter, doing what he has to do all the way in the northern region, all of you are highly appreciated. OBDK, all of you. And of course, other pro-Biafran group who understand the need why they should glue to Biafra Human Rights Radio Station. This is the only place, only platform you can get the undiluted truth. Because what do we gain in the end if we have to blackmail, if we have to lie, if we have to cheat? We're fighting for a holy nation. It is truth that brought us here. This truth will eventually lead us home. And so, members of Biafra Nation Alliance, you're good, you're kind. This having been said, we want to make sure everything is okay. I acknowledge the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. They can curse, they antagonize, they yap. If you see my platform now, you see all of them, cows. They don't have brain again. Nnamdi Kanu destroyed their brain. They can't reason properly. You see, they thought when they come and bully us, when they come and talk down on us, we'll be ashamed. I told you Nnamdi Kanu and the gangster of the DOS, you said you are going to destroy me. I will destroy myself for you first of all. And from the ashes, a new judge will come out. They told you, Chimefo, since you are supporting a stranger, we will treat you like a stranger. And most of you who don't even know the battle we have gone through in the system to correct the madness of Nnamdi Kanu and all these criminal you people have no idea. 4 years on, they say they are right. The people of Biafra will be the judge at the end of the day. Nnamdi Kanu can be controversially negotiating with Nigeria, and some of you are so gullible, you don't even want to hear the truth, you don't want to investigate, but that is your business. We have come in terms with your nonchalant attitude. So the people of Nnamdi Kanu on my platform, please tell China Sanguru, the Air Mustafa of Biafra land, he's the eyes, the bull's eye, point and kill. He's the one who give order to rape mother and daughter from Ebonyi State in Anambra. He's the one who asked them to bury IPOB member alive and pour acid in their body. He's the one who decide who live and who die. He is the one, and the Kanu is bragging, I can decide who live, but China Sanguru. This game will not end like every other game you have been playing. So when you are here insulting me, you don't know me. And if you know me, I've not offended you. And believe me, I enjoy it. It motivates me when I see fellow Biafran, misguided zombies of Nnamdi Kanu on my platform. I don't even listen to your broadcast. I don't even go close to your platform because you are not my problem. So be in my platform and be fooling yourself. But I know one day you will apologize for this. And then that having been said, how can we move on without acknowledging the Creator? But before then, men and women of conscience across the globe who have decided to identify with the people of Biafra in our sojourn, you pray for us. You wish you can do anything. Some of you are in the United Nations. Some of you are in Geneva. You are everywhere. But honestly, these are matter way beyond your control. We understand. And one way or the other, you have us in your prayers. You make contributions one way or the other because you are a Biafran. You just want our people free. That's your good intention concerning the people of Biafra. Honestly, I say, may God reward you for it. We just want to be the author of our destiny. We know such people like that exist. And tonight, I give my voice to you. God will answer our prayer. We are the most endangered species of Homo sapien here on earth. But the amazing thing is nobody even talk about us. It looks as if we don't exist. And so if over 100 years, nobody cared to look into what we have been going through as a people, and you want us to keep quiet, my brother, until this justice is served to us, we will not keep quiet. We will change formation at every given time and as of when necessary. But of course, we want to engage the world through the preamble of law. How could we say this, that over 10 million people have died between 1967 to 1970 for this same cause? How are we going to explain it that we are the first country in Africa to initiate the right to self-determination and we are still here? How can we explain it that with every level of degree we have acquired, where we have a marks around the globe with exposure and everything, that we are still being ruled by people who cannot spell their name? How exactly are we going to explain it that God has blessed our land with mineral resources and human capacity among others, but yet we are meant to live like slaves? Not because the Fulani, the Yoruba, whoever has placed us in this condition has power over us. They don't. But there are conspiracies against us as a people, which we are trying to put an end to. We just want to be the author of our destiny. And so we will continue until we get there. And then the Creator, I thank you. Oh, one like you. Halle, halle, hallelujah. Father, you are highly lifted up. There is no one like you. Halle, 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 hallelujah. Oh Lord, you are been so good. You are so good to us. Oh Lord, you are excellent in our lives every day. Oh Lord, you have been so good. You are so good to us. Oh Lord, you are excellent in my life. He said. And of course, that having been said, we will move ahead briefly to look into our topic this evening. And of course, our lines are open. You are encouraged to call in and let's get your view and opinion. Understand whether you support or not. If this responsibility is placed on our shoulder, I tell you the truth, we will carry this cross until we get to Golgotha. We will not stop on the way. You can be rest assured that few good men has made up their mind never to retreat, not to surrender. Our topic this evening is simply titled The Seventh Seal, the seventh sign of a failed organization. The seven signs of a failed organization. And now, while there are a lot of dramas and revelation unfolding, the people of Biafra must understand when you are failing and when you are succeeding. The Fulani oligarchy are working very hard. They are planning seriously. Make no mistake about that. Islamization is coming. It may not come in an aggressive manner, but it may come in a subtle manner. They are even 100 years ahead of their plan. They've been able to achieve more. And as I'm talking to you, in few months from now, Benue State will be attacked again. Or a few weeks from now, Benue State is going to be attacked again. The people of Idoma, Egala, Iyala, all of you, Agatu, Ulembecho, all of you, Ikajide, Ombulu, Zakembia, Oto, all of you Biafrans in Benue State, the earlier you look for the Biafra Nation Alliance family to join you, or any other pro-Biafran group who have reasonable human being to join, the better for all of you. You cannot attack TV people because they know what's up and they are ready. These people are going to come. They will attack you very soon. This is not Nnamdi Kanu, ESM or non-government. No. This is not about Nnamdi Kanu or any other criminal who is trying to project a false information to the people. This is telling you the truth. They will stop at nothing. And each time we look in depth, the processes through which they want to achieve their aim is very subtle. Sometimes they come like a snake, and then the other time they come aggressively. But whatever the case may be, we cannot afford to sleep like this, because when men sleep, the enemy came. We cannot afford to sleep. They are not backing down. And so what I'm trying to say in effect is that they continue their plan. And if these people are fought all their plan against us, picking we say mama no go sleep, yawana heko. Makanindi when you sene, omen wa honi kwe mi hime we kwe hwa. It is as simple as that. Omen wa honi kwe mi he, ime we kwe hwa. Makane jabu ki mufu nye nyampiamane. And that having been said, for this reason, we stand our ground. We may not be able to be getting the desired result or achievement, but believe me, we are making progress you cannot understand. And so we go nowhere. Some people are just demonstrating. All they want is applaud. They want you to applaud them. Hey, yes, and the chairman of. But the people of Biafra, I beg you, for the sake of God, for the love of your mother and father, I beg you, be very meticulous. Monitor what all of us are doing. You can be a very influential instrument in this journey. You may not like us, agree with what we are doing, but you never know how God is going to touch you in the next coming days to lead this struggle. Investigate what you are doing so you don't become ignorant. We have few individuals in the New Testament who are properly recommended by the Bible. Most of these people were not directly following Jesus. But what is true is that they were very close following up his teachings. Can I remind you as a Christian about Apollos? Go and find out who Apollo is. He was not ordained by Jesus. He never walked with Jesus. But he revealed the doctrine of Jesus. And if care was not taken, he divided the church in Jerusalem against himself and the Apostle Paul. You can go on and look at those men who walk to review. You'll see they follow the word, they follow the truth. What am I trying to say in effect? Stop being biased. You are the one that is biased. Stop allowing anybody to deceive you. Embrace the truth. There were some time I came on air. I said, this is what they are doing. This is what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. This is what they are doing. We have not even said the truth. We have not even done any expose. Because Nnamdi Kanu will be sent 40 years behind his career. But that is not why we are here. We are here to make our people, to call on our people to be alert. Now, let's analyze it a little bit before we progress. Some of you now, watch Nnamdi Kanu closest allies. They are the one on Facebook supporting Simeon Ekpa. And when I look at it, I begin to wonder. So these people have been in Nnamdi Kanu enemy all this while? And what did they do? Hey, Simeon Ekpa have done well. Oh. Hey, well, he's doing well. All of you are politicians, but we want to know if you are PDP or APC. And then Simeon Ekpa will come and give order. Every pastor will command you. We are commanding sit at home, Simeon Ekpa. But I never get all of on time. You know how you deceive people. Hey, don't talk about them. They don't talk about you because you are inconsequential. Let me tell you. Although let me leave them. He's not the friend of Biafra. If you go back about a year and 6 months ago, you see, I saw the arrangement of this man, but I never knew Nnamdi Kanu was there. And in 2 of my broadcasts, I challenged that decision. Nnamdi Kanu, I jump off. These are the people you should be listening to, because he couldn't tell you not to listen to me again. Simeon Ekpa, this one, we will take oath. Anyone on we will take oath to defend you and protect you. You relegate us to the background. You went behind and bringing Simeon Ekpa to change us from pressure group to political machinery. And when I noticed that the members of the DOS, they are all baboons and monkey, according to Nnamdi Kanu, rat and cage in the kitchen, and all of them, I pulled back. I pulled back because he and I'm watching them with interest. Simeon Ekpa cannot come to Nigerian airport and then he's going to tell some idiot, hey, we will sit at home, we will do this one. And he's even organizing his own ESN. We have 3 group of ESM and unknown government. Simeon Ekpa is even controlling one. When he raise fund for IPOB, divide it into 2 and take one. China Sanwo-Olu and Benjamin Madubugu have their own group. And then Nnamdi Kanu junior brother, Fine Boy, have his own group. Keep it for record purposes. But begin to watch them. Biafrans, watch all of them. Does he have what it takes? Is he coming out and challenging Nigeria and cursing everybody when you don't have single arrangement? And you just the Jews up a billion but and I'm sure you don't even know what is coming. I'm in Biafra land. You get me between looked into. Is that too much to ask for? Why don't you review what they said? Now, be sincere to yourself. Look at the DOS in the absence of controversial disappearance of Nnamdi Kanu. It does it not amaze you? We have Nelly, we have Ofuebu, we have Nenayanya, we have Aside Pepe. Sorry, Aside Hot, because Namibia Aside Pepe. You have China Sanwo-Olu dancing naked in the marketplace, but the lead did never start. Then ask yourself a question. Review what they are saying. What is that guy? Is it Ikenga? I will call all of your name. So don't even think you're going to escape under my radar. But I'm studying the mindset behind your actions. That is how where we judgment. Biafrans, tell yourself the truth now. If George be a criminal, be vocal. Don't keep quiet. If Mazio Bidi, Mazio Chuka for Dr. Wokinkwo and the rest are evil people, please analyze it. We will appreciate it. The other day, the Emperor emissary, Rabbi Charles, came and said I'm a double agent. I would have ignored him, but you don't ignore that such rubbish criminal talking. Review all of us. Be a spectator in this game, and as well as a very proactive member in every effort that is being put together. Are you too proud of your IPOB now? Are you too proud? And would you believe that Nnamdi Kanu is responsible for the hulubalo going on there? But don't worry, it's a matter of time. Very soon now, they will come out and be accusing Nnamdi Kanu. You know, everybody is trying to protect him because he's an Angelo Kukano. The same way they are tearing in Nayanya Chike Duziem and other criminal claiming to be fighting for freedom. They will do that to Nnamdi Kanu. I remember about 3 years ago, Chief Alhaji Asare Dokubo made a broadcast. And he said, of course, it's a response to the shenanigan being put up by Nnamdi Kanu and his criminal media platform. When they say they gave him 20 million. He said to Nnamdi Kanu, I have reviewed your modus operandi. And I know that any moment from now, those people you train will be the ones to tear you apart, not me. He said, check 1 year ago. None of your followers, Nnamdi Kanu, can attack you. None of them. But today, a year later, almost 10% can attack you. Your followers. He said, then 2 years later, 40% can attack you. As we are speaking, check your enemy, Nnamdi Kanu. About 60% who are attacking you are your followers. We know if all of them are outspoken. You see that those attacking you, 90% already, are your followers. He said, Nnamdi Kanu, in few years from now, 100% of your enemies will be your followers. They won't spare you. That is because Alhaji Asare Dokubo have been able to see the rottenness of Nnamdi Kanu. Because he come and tell you how we sell our people, and then he keep a record down so that when you talk, they play the record to blackmail you. And with such people, you know they cannot be trusted. Today, what is going on? What is going on? Go and check anybody attacking Nnamdi Kanu. Because some people cannot let issue go away like that. Not people like me. You better stick by the agreement. These are the principles that you use in laying foundation that can last. Review what is going on. Investigate us. Search my heart, O Lord, and prove me. These are supposed to be Christian principles. You cannot hide anything from God. And so while you are yapping and supporting and misbehaving, please review us. Search our heart and prove us yourself. I'm talking to the people of Biafra. Must I follow the criminals just to be among the winning team? God will always make a way for genuine Biafrans who stand on the path of righteousness. For in the end, he will lead us home. And so tonight, we're looking at 7 signs of failed organization. How to know organization that has failed, so that you don't go there wasting your time. You still remain within Nnamdi Kanu. Let me tell you and remind you tonight. He must confess openly his atrocity against the people of Biafra and ask for forgiveness. If he does not do that, the fate of those he condemned will be better than his. And all of you who are, your suffer just begin, because you're going to lose more than you can anticipate or bargain for. And in the end, you're going to be lowered in the grave with disappointment. You will be the one who disappoints yourself. Today, Biafra agitation remains the most important agenda of the people of Biafra. Many groups are emerging, and a lot is happening. Many groups are emerging. A lot is happening. If you take your time and review all pro-Biafran group, you will see they have become suddenly more coordinated. If you want to watch, since I start broadcasting on the Biafra Human Rights and Freedom radio station, you see I have not deliberately attacked any pro-Biafran group. I want to believe because we have age. Irrespective of the fact that we still have different agenda, opinion on how things should be done. And neither have I heard any of the other pro-Biafran group coming to attack us. Of course, they can say what they want to, but there is mutual understanding and platform for respect for one another. And I think this is progress that must be applauded and recognized. The only group who are busy, who running like a scarlet war everywhere, is the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu. Outside that, everybody understand, they focus. Chukwemeka, Clifford, Iruanya, Tony Nadi, the Minas and all of them, daughters of Zion or daughters of Biafra. Everybody, they respect themselves. And now, that is a way to go. We are moving forward. Just like in every society or organization, it is important for you to monitor how they function in order to know when they are losing focus, when they are being distracted, or when they are confused, in order not to drag the people into their mess. You must monitor them. When Nnamdi Kanu saw he has betrayed himself, he said practically, instead of him to go down, he will drag everybody down. He said so. You will drag everybody down for the crime you commit, or how are you going to do that exactly? And he's trying to carry it out. All this confusion and IPOB. These are the way Nnamdi Kanu function. When they are confused, they drag all of you. Check your brain at this moment. Things are beginning to normalize. The system is gradually being stabilized. And I hope we can get your attention so we cure you completely if you have been demonized by Nnamdi Kanu. Because they failed. They want to drag everybody down. I want you to take, I remember 4 or 5 years ago, we can proudly tell you I am a Biafran. I remember in many instances where they arrest me and they said, are you a Biafra? If I'm in a good mood, I tell you it depends on what you mean. Because if you're asking me if I'm a Biafran, as a place where I come from, yes, I'm a Biafran. Because Nigeria is made up of 3 nations. The Arewa, the Oduduwa, and the Biafran. And I'm not Yoruba, I'm not Hausa. That eventually makes me a Biafran. And then in some other cases, they say, are you a Biafran? I say, do you have a problem with that? And then in some instances, we are the one that introduced ourselves. I'm a Biafran. They loved us. The police, even the Fulani, they loved our zeal, our tenacity, our determination, openly. And that was because our conduct sees it all. Until Nnamdi Kanu want to build his own assassination squad and say he can harass all of us, intimidate all of us, become the god or the emperor, the kingmaker, governor maker of Biafra land, thunder, fire, and wherever he did. That pain he put us through, everything he has done to people, you people are not feeling it. So you will say he's very vulgar, he's not constructive, he should be mature, thunder, fire, mature. That is what most of you have been doing that Nigerian put us here. You got to be politically correct. You got to be, you want them to say he's a very mature man, professor. Professor Wolonshoyinka, what have you prophesied or professor in every of his achievement for Yoruba people? Let us be guided. Let us be guided. And so, as I was saying, they are there making sure they destroy everything. To drag everybody down. So don't let them put you in that mess. Today he's doing it. You wake up one day, what did he tell you? And we have unknown gunmen. They start raping people, throwing pot of soup away. They start messing everybody up. And all of a sudden they break prison. All of a sudden we begin to see or she that does not she. And then all of a sudden we now look like criminal. Those of you in Biafra land, you have deleted Biafran flag and all the app about Biafra. Even IPOB have to change the name. Biafran television now, nothing like Biafra. Because once they hold you now, you are known gunmen and you may never come back. And what are they doing? They arrest you in River State, they take you to Kafanchan. They arrest you in Kaduna, they take you to Madugri. They arrest you in Delta, they pick you to Gwangwalada. You've been scattered everywhere. And this is, they do not have any intention of allowing you to go. Now they cannot put us into this mess. And some people will say, what have you people achieved? Tell us what you have achieved. But at least if we cannot make any headway, any progress, we should not drag the people who are making progress back. Now the Kano has gotten to his end of the road. And now he don't know where to start from because initiators among former IPOB have all been blackmailed and blacklisted. So nobody to give him idea. Some brilliant young women from America came together and said they were going to run a bank. The moment Nnamdi Kanu have idea, Nnamdi Kanu jump on the street. Yes, I am funding it. Bia Foundation. Everywhere he hijack everything, then blackmail you and kick you out. Most of you would not know that the bylaw and the memorandum of modus operandum of IPOB for almost 5 years, from the time he was incarcerated till the time he was released, was actually written by some humble brothers. But then he want to claim all the glory. But Nnamdi Kanu cannot be a doctor and a lawyer at the same time. But the pain now is that he messed everybody up at the end of the day. So today, what I'm saying in the non-shell here is, come out now and tell us you are a Biafra. Your life, you are gone because Nigerian has now been equipped, properly armed to stop us. All because of Nnamdi Kanu. Onyohi. So there are things you should know. Know that those people, they are drowning already. If you are saving a drowning person, you don't go to them face to face. You don't allow them to hold you where they want to hold you. For instance, you see somebody drowning. You can know how to swim. But please, if you do not know the procedure, don't go to rescue those people. Because both of you will end up dying. You just jump in because you swim swimming pool. And you hold a drowning person. The person is struggling for life already. Their grip is even stronger than steel itself. So anywhere they hold you, you are in trouble. And so you want to save a drowning person, you go behind them. You make sure you are the one holding them. Don't let them hold you. And that is the only way you can successfully save them. Now the Kanu is drowning, and so are his gullible followers and those criminals called US. They are all drowning. They're looking for who to drag down with them. But it's unfortunate, we are the one holding them. They are not, because we understand the game and the deal. And so let's briefly go to some of those signs. Number one of those signs of a failed organization, society, or nation, as the case may be. Number one, they create their own devil that will be responsible for their actions or inaction. They create their own devil. Go and answer now the kind of, why is Biafra not here? Oh, he's saboteur. Wazulike is a saboteur. He take money. Roger Sokorocha is a janja weed. Hopus or them. Everybody. They create their own demon. Go back and review now the kind of broadcast if he has not deleted them. You will discover that he constantly comes every day and have a government officer to demonize. Can't we form a truth? Can't we reorganize ourselves? But of course, a failed man have to be given reason why he failed. Ndogo nyera suni ochomokoko. Onyera suni also be nindo agwa ochomokoko. Okoko shy. For those of you who don't understand, my people, there is an adage that say, when you ask a child to pound food, and when the child is tired, there is always this tendency, you don't want to tell mommy I'm tired, so that they will not begin to mock you that you are a lazy man. When you are tired, instead of you to stop and rest, you start chasing fowl. So they think you are chasing fowl, but with the idea you are just trying to rest. Have you not heard about it before? So Nandekanu is tired, he's confused, he's frustrated, he don't know where to go to help, because those who would have helped him, he has criminalized all of them. And then he starts chasing foul. Anytime he's saying, yes, they are corrupt, we know now. Hopus of them is Fulani Janjaweed, we know now. Fulani Janjaweed you have told us now. Yoruba cannot be trusted, okay now, so what next? There is nobody to criminalize, and now brought it home. You don't associate with that person, or then let them drag you into their mentality. These are one of the principles that governs me, as from childhood. I don't accept no for an answer. I don't believe in problem, but I see the problem as a challenge, and I stand my ground till it's all gone, because I understand that every problem have expiring date, and I don't associate with negative-minded individual. Once positive is not what is coming from your mind, you can't flow with me. Optimistic, you need to stand, no matter how bad it is. Believe it's going to be good, and it will pay off in the nearest future. I cannot torment myself with the mind of being a loser already and still remain a loser. I'd rather live as a loser, but yet with the mind of a king. Maybe you will understand that later anyway. And so that is the first sign. The second sign is they crush on your emotion in order to make you feel that they are representing your interest. Of course, tonight, Nandekano is going to be a very good example. You see people taking advantage of your emotion. It would shock you. Now, let me tell you how it works a little bit. There was then, maybe around 18, 19 years ago, I was living in Lagos then. And then around Ojota bus stop, a stranger came into into Lagos. She was stranded in Ojota bus stop. And from my car, I saw her bags, luggages were there, and I noticed that area and almost everybody around her are criminals. They are waiting for the right time to strike her. And I felt I should save this lady. And then I cleared And I called on her. She came. I said, what are you doing here? He said, I'm just coming from the and my location where I was heading to and where she's going to is quite a distance, and I can't do that. And then if I leave her there, I'm sure she will be killed, if not just robbed. Because we first said to rob her and then leave her there. In midnight, another set will come, maybe have a ton of her and eventually kill her. And I told her, can you come over with me and then you can move on tomorrow morning? He said, that would be appreciated. I was still a bachelor then. So I picked her up. We got to my house. She have to take her bath. I bought her food. And then I was a bit younger. I play video games so much. And when we got home, as always, as a boy and a girl, you all know what would have happened next. But my mother have told me some things. I cannot play with it. I asked her to sleep on the bed. She was like, normal. I said, go ahead. Be free. And I have to focus on video game throughout that night. And I did not touch her. And in the morning, I woke her up. I said, I can now drop you in your sister's place. Then you continue from there. And that is how I dropped her. And then maybe 2 days later, they paid me a visit. We became friends. And maybe in about a year later, she traveled abroad. And when she came back, and he said he does not believe a man can sleep with a woman without taking advantage. I say, if I have slept with you, God cannot bless me. I have collected my salary. I got my wage for helping you. And that wage, that God blessing, I will not negotiate it for everything. I said, even though you wanted me to, I will appreciate it will be on a neutral day when you are not a debtor to me. God put your life in my hand. How can I sacrifice you under the altar of pleasure? Then I'm not a born again. Oh. And I tell you, the woman today, I have to pull back because I was almost influencing everything happening in their family. She could trust me. Why am I bringing this up today? Some people take advantage of your position. We are here to save you. ESM is saving you. Hey, ESM is saving you. Unknown government, God bless them. This is to make you feel somebody is protecting you. But then we are very vulnerable. They come in, kill us like fowl, chicken, and goat at will. Yet ESM is working. You don't need to say it. Actions speak louder than words. If you do not see our achievements so far, look at the mentality of Biafran people. You see, they are becoming stabilized. But then Nandekano is there. Yes, you have to control. Look at all of them, criminal, raising fund. Even without identifying with the people in their struggle. They need you to create that emotional impression that they are delivering you. And now look at the land of Biafra. It's almost close to Somalia. Unfortunate. Number 3 sign of a failed organization, society, as the case may be, or group. They blame everybody for the issue at hand, not themselves. Have you seen him now? They cannot acknowledge that he made a mistake. Have you seen him? He's always right. He's always right. Everything, he condemns everybody. I cannot accept that as a person. He's always right. Everywhere. Sit back and watch how he had my land and destroyed so many people. He's always right. We go to the number 4. They lie to everybody and can do anything just to remain relevant. They lie to everybody. All of a sudden, wake up. Biafran Abazonia Alliance. I thought by now that alliance would have given us Biafra. Now, it makes your matter worse. Cameroon has tightened their border. And those of you doing business in that Aziz, you know it's not the same. We know when Nnamdi will sneak through Cameroon, and he will sneak back, he will think he's a ninja man. But we that they want to kill, we are the one protecting him. But do you people think we don't know? Even a few days before his arrest, he was in Nigeria to seal deal. Can he hear our own is let's do the right thing. If you cannot do the right thing, let him get out because people have died. Those of you doing business in Cameroon Aziz, are you enjoying it? But when he was deceiving all of you, Ambazonia Alliance, Ambazonia are facing the same challenge we are facing. They have more than 30 pro-Ambazonian groups. Black Leg and the rest of them. It's normal, honestly. But for Nnamdi Kanu to deceive you that the forming alliance will give us Biafra, this is a blatant lie that must be coming from the pit of hell. And then all of a sudden, Oduduwa Biafra. I don't hear much about Oduduwa Biafra. Are they on resense? Are they on resense? Or you want to stabilize their stupidity emotionally? Yes, Oduduwa agitation, they are moving on. We are not green. Oh, Oduduwa Biafra, we are here. Let's not deceive ourselves. If we cannot organize ourselves properly and put our agenda on a straight, clean state, we go nowhere. We are not going anywhere. You are in trouble. Hey, Middle Bet is waking up. I will say Igbo Alliance. Who are you deceiving? Meanwhile, while you are forming alliance, you are destroying your own home. When you see anybody like that, they are failures already. You see anybody. Where are all the alliance? When Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, we begin to hear, oh, UK international heavenly lawyers, they are gathering around the world to come and defend Nnamdi Kanu. Look at lazy IPOB member. You are forgetting your master already. When I don't tire, write propaganda now. Look at you, IPO bingos, zombies. You are, your campaign for your leader is almost gone. You see, you were not anchored to the right source of strength. And now there is no abracatami bracata to ginger your decay brain. You are going back to home without knowing. But please, we don't want you to die off. We want you to be revitalized. We want you to stand your ground and let's continue doing what you are supposed to do. If we keep quiet without exposing Nnamdi Kanu, we will be considered as an accomplice of his crime in the nearest future. And so in every tiniest way we can make our voice to be heard, that we completely not just disassociate from his criminality, that we've never been part of it. That is what we are doing now. Because of time, let us proceed. And then the number 5 there is they create platform to attack their subordinate. They create platform. In as much as Nnamdi Kanu has blackmailed everywhere, he create platform to attack you. Now let's reveal it. When I was leaving IPOB, all these issues were being discussed. They want to bend me to their will. I said no, it will not happen. I begin to fight for people in Anambra, people in Ebonyi State. I begin to fight injustice in the internal. Because if we want to give a nation, we want to leave the Nigeria to another nation because of injustice, and then the instrument for restoration, this holy nation, should not be the same principle that the Nigerian deployed against us. And the more I look into every matter, and I see Chinasa was behind that. Chinasa Nworu will go and lie to Idiot Okano. Idiot Okano will jump up and down because to them they are going to shut all of us up. And I'll be looking at them. And gradually everybody saw them for who they really are. He created platform and attack everybody. We all have our demon. We have all made mistake one way or the other. But sponsoring attack against your own brother, your comrade, my brother, it's as simple as that. They create platform to attack. Now they are the one attacking them. You can imagine Simeon Ekpa is attorney. Ndi muna ndi bu owa yori weko eyoro I am attorney according to Ikenga. Or attorney, or soldier, or what did they call it? Only him, Igbo Congress chairman, only him. And those whose brain have thought will be jumping up and down. Can you stand and take bullet for our people? You people don't even know those who love you. You stay on the microphone and you want to condemn us. I remember one of the protests we went to. And it is around Rumukurushi in Port Harcourt where we gathered. Nigerian army in their thousand having been able to almost round us up. Of course, we are properly coordinated. We give instruction to other comrades who were at the other end. And in less than 1 minute, we have rounded them up. Bomber to bomber. They can't even raise their gun up. No idea issue. Rounded them up. And I told the army, why are you people doing this? We are not armed. We are registering our displeasure concerning the Nigerian state. This issue should be reviewed. And you people are sent to kill us. Why? Why? To stop us? You people cannot. All of them were urinating in their trousers already. And then that day I raised a song. How many Biafrans Buhari go kill? Oh? How many Biafrans Buhari go kill? Oh, he go kill us tire. Oh, he go kill us tire. He go kill us tire. How many Biafrans Buhari go kill? Why am I saying this? You look at the face of every man and woman on that very platform, that grand rally day, that very moment, you will see. If we have died, it will be a death for a nation. We will be very glad that we have lived a fulfilled life. And after all this, how do you treat such men? If those of us alive cannot be appreciated and respected, you want us to say that the memory of those who died already will not be insulted by you? My friend, go and sit down. But it's okay, because these are the evidence that God gives to you when you know people who are failing. And if we begin to manifest some of these tendencies in the nearest future, it will judge us. And so now they cannot create platform attacking everybody. But nobody is attacking him. Now it is his own turn. Number 6. They create entertainment to confuse you and other people. Yes, we are going to do 50 days fasting and praying. We are fasting and praying. You condemn church, you wake up the next day, you organize fasting and praying. Once Father Mbaka talk in support, all of you become born again. If he condemn your action, he become Fulani pastor. Different activity. You are still on your 150 days. It's close to Anambra election, and we are observing. Entertainment galore. They now go to front of one kiosk shop somewhere in diaspora. They now lie down on the ground. Hey, we give us in the canoe. Hey, we want to go. Hey, we. I be Nollywood. I be Bollywood. Which one I be? Hollywood. They are just entertaining you. When our actions are just, when our stands are right, and when our sacrifices are pure, it breaks the heart of men and women who can do what it takes to free us. Entertainment for one good year. Now they can go and check all his procedure this year. It is one entertainment. You say everybody run to the bush, you run to the bush. You are still in the bush. We are going to change our app. Our unique app, international app, IPOB community app. We are building the highest media house in the whole world. And so you pay more money. And then he embezzle it. I never talk to now. Of course, when I say owner, those of you who sound clean, I'm not talking to you. Those of you who are moral, I'm not talking to you. When I say owner, I'm generalizing it, even making myself as part of the problem. Understand that anyway. And finally, number 7. They create platform to control the people through fear. They create platform to control the people through fear. If we do anything, Nigeria say, kill him, shoot him, match him, kill him, slap him. And most of us have been living in the prison of fear as far as we can remember. Our governors could have been able to stand up and tell Nigeria, this economic strangulation cannot go on. Our land being under military occupation should stop. But they live in the prison of fear. The fear of the unknown. The fear of uncertainty, the fear of being betrayed by their own people, the fear of being abandoned if they should take such decision or action, the fear of not knowing the overall outcome of what will become of them. After all, those who labored for us, those who are principled to build the Biafra nation in time past, how have we acknowledged them? Have you acknowledged Yoeta? Have we acknowledged General Philip F. Young? Have we even acknowledged Chiku Makadona and Zogo? Not to talk of Agu Yurunsi. Tell me one man that aside Udim Chukwemeko Dimegujuku, of course the people's general. Tell me one person that the people stood. What of Margaret Ekpo? And so everybody is afraid. And so for Nnamdi Kanu to control you, he creates fear. He will, unknown government is coming. And now Judge Onyibe, if I hold you, you go no see head and a part of body. And honestly, I don't boast. He built an army to chase us. By now, Nnamdi Kanu would have given order. Go to Oba and kill Obi family. Because that is part of his agenda. So everything happening in Oba, we already know. I can play the audio. We had conversation about Oba. The attack on Prophet House in Oba was actually engineered to kill me. We all know what happened. And I come into the DOS forum and I dropped audio. I told them, those of you who the what happened in Oba was actually for me. But all of you fail, and those of you involved will continue to fail. Chinas, I'm going to start. And they made audio and we're shouting. The quite one name, they make one new. The quite one name, they make one new. Once you be, they said, tell us what happened. Which one is the quite one name, they make one day? They blackmail everybody. And of course, the audios are there. I'm not recording them. It's against my spiritual principle. I don't record my audio. But these are conversations. And any information we want, we get. And if I have vowed not to record my conversation with anybody. And so don't be afraid anyway. When we have a discussion in the nearest future, you are safe. They want to control us with fear. But for God's sake, Nigerians put us in the same prison of fear. How can Nnamdi Kanu do the same thing? Ihe ke many tani ya mekile na ehun anya o ihe ke many kile ya metani na ehun amaka no nwani ihe nya ka ho kejigbe dike. Can't you get it? They put you under fear. Now 50% of Biafran people cannot challenge Nnamdi Kanu. You know why? I will not subordinate. If I subordinate, oh Chuko Kikabiama, wipe out my generation and all my children and kill all of us. And because of that now, fear you can't say the truth. But I didn't take oath to cover lies. I didn't take oath, but it's only the truth. And so you time where your loyalty, trust can be counted on. We leave you for God. But of course, we are very meticulous in everything we do. Everybody is a suspect on this journey. Until then, we play on a safe side. We cannot put you under oath. We make mistakes. So once you make mistake, your own generation will be wiped out. Or we don't look at the consequence of what we are doing. But they just want to put you in fear. That is why you see the truth. You can't see it. You are afraid. Anyway, once you do, now they cannot call. Do you know that Mazinwo Kenkwo is a criminal? Or Wazurumba? I didn't know this criminal were there. And all of you know it. Hey, way, God way, save us. Hey, way, evil everywhere. But then the Kanu is the evil. Anyway, so these are the 7 signs for you to understand a failed society. The organization, a country. Nigeria is failed already. They manifest this tendency. And so it's Nnamdi Kanu led by Zumbi IPOB. These are the tendency they manifest. And believe me, you don't have idea what sacrifice is. My mother is gone. And I know one of the reasons she died may be for so many reasons I may not have the time to explain. Many times I go out in the early morning, I will hear somebody praying. I will go out, and in our house we have a penthouse or balcony on the top of the story building. My mother will go there and stay in one corner and be praying. Very dangerous prayer. And she will say, God, you gave me all these children. 11 of them. No cripple, no blind, no mad. All of them are healthy. She will hold her 2 breasts and say, anything that will kill any of them, anything that will make me to bury my children, oh Lord, let that death take me. She shocked me. It shocked me. And when she died, maybe some years later, my younger brother died. And then I begin to wonder if my mother was still alive, maybe this would have killed her. These are responsibility. Now, let me say something a little bit so you understand why we must stand to protect one another no matter how bad they are. My immediate younger brother is a rascal to the highest order. Very brilliant. It's almost impossible to control him. He challenged every of my decision and want to overrule me in every matter. And my parents will be watching us. There are 2 of them like that. But my mother called me and said, this is your cross. You must carry it. Your strength is their strength. And your failure is their failure. You must see yourself as their father and their mother. And as far as I cannot abandon any of you, you must arm yourself with the same heart. And we started. Giddy, 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 giddy. You never know how much it can break your heart to see the people you are laboring for, you are suffering from, so they become human beings. They will turn on you and tell you you are rubbish, you are nonsense, you are idiot, they do. But the next mistake they jump into problem, you will be the one to go there for them. Now, it's not about that I love them so much. It's not about because I'm a superman. It's not because I cannot ignore and walk away. People does that. But it's about looking at them as my children. Do you mean if I have offended Nnamdi Kanu and the zombies in IPOB, and I'm Nnamdi Kanu's son, that Nnamdi Kanu will come out and open a channel to blackmail me? Has he done that to Kanunta, his criminal brother, and his criminal brother, a fine boy, and his criminal sister in the police? They protect them. The people of Biafra understand there are many mindsets to control and redirect, and we are doing that. In conclusion to everything we have said, our people must understand that none of these activities will give us Biafra. None of them. Constitutional amendment, devolution of power, or any other, until we get it right. Until we get it right. That is the only reason why we have not been able to make a headway forward. And so there is need for us to amend our ways. We have to, or else we are going to be here for a very long time. I work very hard to find out the intention of those who are agitating for Biafra. I work very hard revealing intentions behind people's action, because it has so much role to play in everything we do. And by the grace of the Almighty Creator, we are only standing by as observer to make sure that what we do, what we go through in the nearest future, every of our action, sacrifice, contribution we make, what controls us the way we respond to you is to discover the intention behind your heart, and then we know how to throw our weight on you. And of course, at this moment, our lines are open. And sometimes my lines always have technical issue, but I'm still working on it. If you're able to call in or you want to make your contribution, the number to call our WhatsApp line remains 070815 45642. 070815 45642. That is our WhatsApp line. You're encouraged to call, make your contribution, make your suggestion, because on this Biafra de facto customary government and in line with the principle of Biafra Nation Alliance, it is simple. We make sure that you have your say in our say. Everybody is a stakeholder on this journey. I repeat, the WhatsApp line once again is 070815 45642. 070815 45642. Those of you on WhatsApp can of course on Facebook you can see the what you call it, the studio line on the Facebook there, and then the direct line is 081221 52971. 081221 52971. You are free to call in and then you make your own contribution. Do not make any mistake. We are going home. Once again, the direct line is 081221 52971. Do not forget that. And of course, those of you in Anambra State, within Obaru, Mpo, Tere, and its environ, you can get Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station on FM. And we understand that those of you in Delta State around Nzene Junction to Obawosa down to Headbridge, you can get Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station as well. And those of you in River State within the Obiakpo and Ikwere local government axis, some area, of course, some part of Igilita, some areas in Eneka, Eliusu, down to Rumokuru, Rumorosi, Rumigbo, Wimpy Junction, and around my three axes. If you take this dimension, 100 radius, you will get them there. The FM is up and running. You can get us on app. There are so much that you can do. We are on Simple Radio, and you are encouraged to call on Simple Radio. I don't know why I can't pick this call, but then keep calling, my dear. I think I'll be able to pick it any moment from now. So you can get us on our Facebook page, another media platform, and while we are working hard to ensure that the transmitter is installed in every area in Biafra land to enable us pass the necessary information to our people as we encourage you to be part of this great move, and may God be with us. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, if you on the line, if you can hear me, that is Ada
yes,
Biafra.
I'm hearing you.
Good evening from here, and welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good evening, Doc. My judge, may Chuko Kadama bless you. May Chuko Kadama bless our director, Mazi Uteoka from Mefo. May Chuko Kadama bless our daddy in the Lord, Dr. Kado, and the de facto customary government, and all the pro-Biafrans who have endured all this fire for these years and continue to fight for Biafra. May Chuko Kabiyama bless every one of you. This is Ada Biafra calling from Biafra land. I have no much thing to say because you have said much this evening. I just want to enlighten those bingos of Nnamdi Kanu, the indigenous people of Nnamdi Kanu, those ones that are now trying to raise up their heads. Just let them remember, anyone that raises up his or her head, he should remember that their savior, they are saving their savior now. The savior that they are saving now is in DSS custody. Any person, any man or woman that will raise up their head in that blood they have shed, in the midst of this blood that they have shed, in the midst of this blood that they have shed, anyone that will raise up their ugly head to continue this Nnamdi Kanu shenanigans, Let him remember that DSS is, the door is open for him or her to enter. Let them just warn themselves. Let them just warn themselves for the last time. Let them just warn themselves. Let them just warn themselves and go and sit down and just enter their house and go and sit down. Any of them again that will raise their ugly head, that head will be cut off. Let them just mark today's word. Let them just mark today's date. Any one of them that will raise their ugly head to raise up those evil dragon and all the rest of occultism that now they kind of kept, that now they kind of put his hand all over the place. All those evil occultism in the highest order. If any of them raise their ugly head to continue it, in fact, God will cut off your head. You know the kind of mercy was upon his head, though. See you that don't have mercy on your head. Just try and raise your nonsense ugly head. You want to carry out. You continue with now they can't wait. Now they can't wait. In fact, I'm just doing this thing to save them. I'm just saying this thing to save them. If they like, let them raise their head. Let them raise their head. Let me see them. Let there be anyone that will raise their ugly head again to come and kill the children of Biafra, or to slaughter the children of Biafra, that Biafra is crying that Nigeria have killed his children. And I want to assure Nigeria, Nigeria, listen very careful. You will never celebrate anything good in the whole world. You will never celebrate any good thing until you let Biafra go. Just Nigeria should mark this one. Is there any Nigerian that is listening? Go and mark it. You will never celebrate anything. World will never celebrate you for any reason until Biafra go. If you want to celebrate something, if you want the world to celebrate you in a bigger way, whether match or whichever way, anything that is being done that the world will recognize and celebrate. Nigeria, you will never celebrate it until Biafra will go. That is just for Nigeria. And all the rest of them that is being deceived, come out from the bush. If you are still in the bush, come out. There is nothing inside the bush. No Fulani inside our bush. They can't enter our bush. Fulani is not anywhere. The murderers, killers, and the class men is not anywhere to be found. No, nothing. Nothing inside that bush. You are just killing yourself. Come out from there and be free. Join Biafra Nation Alliance and be free. Speak the truth that you know and be free. Stop killing yourself. Stop destroying yourself. See that young man that her mother, maybe her mother don't know where, that he is up to that. Stop activating evil inside a man. Every man has evil inside him or her. Stop activating your own. Activate peace in your blood. Stop activating anger. So that you can be able to kill somebody and not feel the pain. Stop it. Come out and be free. I've shouted it again. I shout it aloud. If anyone like, let that person raise their ugly head and say, now they can't, we are continuing. Let me see that person. Let that person come out and do it. Let's see. If you did not follow suit. I want to urge every Biafran to join any pro-Biafran group that you like what they are doing. Join so that you can be able to join Biafra de facto customary government and know what they are doing. and be able to follow suit until we restore Biafra. We will not rest, we will not sleep, we will not slumber, because Chukwu is our God and is our strength. Is our strength and is our God. We swear to restore Biafra, or we die restoring Biafra. So don't follow a man who is not restoring Biafra. Join the Biafra de facto customary government, and let us join hands together and restore Biafra, so that we restore Biafra in peace and not destroying everywhere in Igbo land and saying that anyway, he said that Igbo is cursed, according to him, not my own Igbo. Thank you, Dr. Onyibe. Let me allow others to talk. Thank you for picking up my call. May Ekekeru Kadema bless you.
Thank you very much for your contribution this evening. Of course, our lines are open and you are free to call in and make your contribution. And of course, if you cannot access this studio line, you have access to my private WhatsApp platform. It could be Facebook Messenger or any other. You're free to call in. But of course, I cannot give that line out. Only those who have access to it. We must continue to recongregate. We must continue to talk to our people. We must continue to sensitize our people. We have so much work to do. We have so much work to do, I must tell you. Yes, my brother on WhatsApp, hold on. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, Mr. George Onyibe.
Good evening, my brother.
Yeah, my name is Abubakar Sani.
Abubakar Sani.
Calling from Asaba.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, please. I thank you for the work they do and they expose this criminal. Then they want to save people, this and that. I like us they do it because when the man started, he started very well. I think he came before talk last time. But as time goes on, it's because they take himself as a God. Anything where he talk, now end the all. If another person talk, it will be true. So I like us when I take the exposure so that the people will know, let them know. All the lie where they lie against which they fall do this and that. All of them are lying in the talk. Where you say even Buhari is there, he's there for Saudi Arabia, the Nigeria, for this and that. All lies to deceive people. Where you say all our conditions have been met, still and never lie upon lie. So I like when I say they expose them, so that make people know. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. But if I may ask, are you a Biafran?
No, I am not a Biafra.
You're from which state? From
but
which state?
I like what they do.
Okay, thank you very much.
I like what they do because my father tell me say anywhere where you see kata.
Yes.
Anywhere where you see kata, if you trace and down there is injustice.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Mr. George Onyibe.
Yes, go ahead.
It gets talk when we can afford talk. Last month, that's early last month, yes. I explain how they start this issue with Namdekano, where Namdekano they alone. No, we can afford with them. Where they start them from let her go, the Imam makes the house, they do them before the thing come open, go around the world. So they will look at they play that thing from time to time, so that maybe they know. So people will say, we can afford na betrayal and this and that, you collect money on this and that. All this is not lies.
Thank you.
A very gentle man indeed. So, thank you very much.
God bless you, my brother. And of course, that is not a Biafran. In as much as we all know the truth, will stand by the truth. I will see how I can take time out and replay those audio, and so people can go through it. And of course, we must stand by the truth. I have worked with Mazin before. I study people's intention. And that helps me to decide whether to be there or not to be there. And Mazi Uchioka Fomefo is a stable man. They are men who has made us to believe in Biafra again and again and again. But of course, that having been said, our mission remain restoration of Biafra. And the pattern, it's something all of us must work together to achieve. And you see, eventually, when Biafra is restored, we leave the fate of the next generation in the hand of the people. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
I can hear you clearly. Is my voice coming out?
Yes, you are.
I can hear you.
You are coming out, please.
It's coming out.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So my talk to we Biafrans, we are listening and we are hearing, but it's as if we don't understand. I watched the meeting the US do with they call themselves Omada Biafra in America. If you listen to that, if you listen to that meeting, you will see that the man called himself Uchike Doziem. The man was very, very fed up about arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, because he said that it was on 17th of June they have meeting which they do raise fund. To raise fund, Nene was trying to act chairman everything in that this thing, but they tried to contact Oyendu Onyosikalo. So when Onyosikalo number is not going, so they continue calling, and they call Oyendu Onyosikalo secretary, his private secretary. Somebody will not get a handwork, go employ private secretary. I go take the pay the person. All these things, all these people, they need to ask questions. This same man, they can't go carry private secretary. We no get to work, and with them they contribute to money. Then they pay man, they can't. Then they pay in private secretary. What sense they have? So I'm just letting them know in that meeting. They do meeting, but then don't get sense of that meeting where they do. Nnamdi Kanu employ secretary. If you don't get handwork, then you employ secretary, your personal secretary. Then you tell me to be contributing money, paying the secretary. What is the work of that secretary? What is that secretary writing for you? So it happened from 19th. They never heard about Nnamdi Kanu, but his 300 message to them everything until he was in where he's working, and he got an influence. They brought on Nnamdi Kanu to Biafra, to Nigerian court, and they judge him, and they take him to DSS. He told the person that it is a zoo fake news. People never believe it. People now start sending that to the uncle, and they go back to the house. When we reach out, we now find out that this is true. This is what he said. He was, for those who did never listen or something like that. I just want to analyze the meeting. Then after the meeting, then they called the secretary, tell him to explain, because she is the one that's supposed to know. Then the secretary told him that that their leader went to Kenya. For what? What is he going to Kenya to do? And who sent him to Kenya? Why did he go? Now Nnamdi Kanu let them know. This Chike Doziem, you are following someone that will not tell you truth in your life, and you call that person your leader. Kalu never told him that he is going to Kenya. But he is now looking means to protect him to coming out from the Kenya. And Igbo people, they talk for proverbs, say, if my pikin no tell me where they go, anything when you see for that place, he go first. If my pikin tell me where they go, then me I go tell am wetin he go do if he reach there. Now so Igbo proverb dog. Now Nnamdi Kanu went to Kenya. Then they start answering that secretary. What did he went to Kenya to do? He said that they have a contact with some diplomat in Kenya. How can Nnamdi Kanu have a contact with a diplomat? DOS, he don't know. Nobody in IPOP know, only his secretary. Now he went there. The secretary lied that was on 21st of June. He got arrested on 21st of June. While after the meeting, then Chike doesn't call the Nnamdi Kanu brother, Kalonta. Then Kalonta now told him that this is a shocking news, that he never know what happened. He don't know how they just catch him brother for Kenya, without knowing that this secretary told them that in the meeting they do that not only him know that they catching Nnamdi Kanu, that is Kalonta that instructed her not to expose the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu since on 21st of June. Then Kalonta can't lie to them that he don't know anything about it, that as they call a Nana, now he here. And the same Kalonta is the one tweeting with Nnamdi Kanu's this thing. And these people, after all these things, they never use common sense. Okay, now the issue now is money. Nnamdi Kanu, they never arrested Nnamdi Kanu before this issue of money started. And they never ask question why Nnamdi Kanu never want to prove Nnenaya to submit that money. Now that Nelly Ofibu is crying that Nnamdi Kanu say make he submit the money, but he never submit it. Now make he submit it. These people need to reason very well, know that Nnamdi Kanu, his name is Ukwuozema also. His name is Ukwuozema also. He is not doing what he is saying. He was somebody that he called himself leader, then he went to Kenya without your people's notice. And what you went to do there, you don't know. Then so those fools, because IPOP, they be fools, those fools started doing protest, extra rendition. They do our leader extra rendition. Do you know what your leader went to do there? What of at the end now? What of at the end? He can't be saying that your leader now go there, go commit waiting make them deport them to Nigeria, because this problem with these people now. Sorry. This problem now with these people have is they don't know that Nnamdi Kanu still using Nigerian passport, because it's very, very clear. Alain Onyama said it. The video is there that he worked with the Nigerian government to evacuate Nnamdi Kanu, and he gave Nnamdi Kanu his passport back. So this one, these people are saying Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen. Who told them that Nnamdi Kanu is a British citizen? Did the Nigerian publish you the passport to the catching Nnamdi Kanu with? These people, they don't get common sense. All these people calling themselves IPOP, they don't get sense. When they see that video that Alain Onyama do, that Nnamdi Kanu that he went to embassy after settling with the Nigerian government, the Nnamdi Kanu with the fine boy, his brother, he sent his brother to go and represent him, then do exchange everything to bind one Nigeria, that one Nigeria is forever. After said and done, then Alain Oyama take them, use in hand, go to embassy, issue Nnamdi Kanu his passport back. Then they give him his passport, they travel. These people will come on air, they talk rubbish, they tell us rubbish that Nnamdi Kanu is using, which British passports did they use? Who give them British passport? British, they will fool like that, where they go carry their citizen passport to give a stupid human being like Nnamdi Kanu, who never work anything in their country. They will carry passport to give her. British, you know, they fool now. You go know the kind of work you do, and you are doing in their country before they will issue you their passport. Before you go begin to use their passport. Nnamdi Kanu is still using Nigerian passport. It's very clear that Alain Oyama said it. I'm not the one. Alain Oyama said it, that he gave Nnamdi Kanu his passport. So all these people now, Chike doing protests everywhere, British citizens, extradition. Who told them that Nnamdi Kanu is using British passport? Because if Nnamdi Kanu is using British passport and Kenya catch him in their country, if the British they go send them back, they will not send him to Nigeria. But because Nnamdi Kanu is using Nigerian passport, that is why that's the reason they catch him. They will call Nigerian people to come and they take him. Then Nigeria come and take him as their citizen. So I'm telling all those if they, I know they will listen to this your broadcast with the fake account. I want them to know that that thing when they protest about Nnamdi Kanu, they are doing they are nailing themselves more. I see sincerity in that nail of Webo bottle because of Nnamdi Kanu have brainwashed her. She tried to prove every truth in this matter, but she is saying the truth in the wrong way. Her truth goes to the wrong way. Her truth goes to the wrong way. So when she try know that Nnamdi Kanu is not using British passport, Nnamdi Kanu is using Nigerian passport. He cannot tell me as I am now, I am using British passport. I do something here, I am. Then this place I did now, Ghana people will send me to Nigeria. No. It's the passport I'm using, they will deport me to. If I commit anything here in Ghana now, they want to send me my place. And I'm using British passport. I don't have any question to go and answer for Nigeria. It's British, they will send me. So people saying Nnamdi Kanu, hey, British citizen, they were fooling themselves. Nnamdi Kanu is not using British passport. Then you ask them question again. Who gave Nnamdi Kanu the passport to use travel? Because it's very clear that in 2017, before they released Nnamdi Kanu, they listen you. I have said this thing many times. Nigeria released Nnamdi Kanu with 10 conditions. With the 10 conditions, which Nnamdi Kanu accepted the whole 10 conditions. The most strongest condition where they use releasing Nnamdi Kanu is they will seize his passport. They will seize his passport. Then another strong condition where they use release him. Another strong this thing where they take release Nnamdi Kanu is ego eye wash. Ego eye wash. So to clear what Nnamdi Kanu waiting brother Alain Oyama said. So if you listen to Alain Oyama, you will know that it's Nigeria who send Nnamdi Kanu outside. Because there is no way Nnamdi Kanu will beat Nigeria ego I watch. Eho Shakal, the leader of Boko Haram, upon all the whole ammunition he have, everything. Jonathan declared him 24 hours arrested. Are we not in Nigeria? They not catch him. When Jonathan declared him 24 hours, that if they fail to catch him, that all the whole chiefs, everything will be sacked. They catch him now. They catch him. This Chakal is somebody who trained, know about security, know how to beat security. Come to talk of the Kalu who do anything. He just ordinary ranter in radio. He no go school, nothing. So Nnamdi Kanu is not educated and he is not well trained in a police or this thing to beat this thing. But he just use mouth to ranter, grow himself. He can't be like say he's a human being. He's nothing. So the question now is, if Nnamdi Kanu, how did he beat the ego I watch that is watching him? Not to move, not to do what they send him not to do. The ego I watch are there, but because the instruction was given to them to just take him, make him go stay one place without talking. But he reached that place, instead of him to shut his mouth up, he started the rant. The first person who knew everything about Nnamdi Kanu was Prophet Anthony Woko. Anthony Woko come outside, he tell the whole Biafra, he tell Nnamdi Kanu, you have compromised, you collected the money. Look at how you take travel. There is nothing like nobody evacuated you. It's the Nigerian government who send you out. So tell your people truth that this thing you cannot do it. What he did, he go and kill that innocent prophet. He went and killed the prophet Woko, who don't know that one. Then from killing prophet Woko, other people are now start waking up, knowing what is going on ground. Even this Inelo Fuegu that is telling us that how Carolina this thing was calling people and killing those people. He never know that those people Carolina is calling and the kill was masterminded by Nnamdi Kanu. She never know that too. And she never understand, say very soon now, IPOB will poison her. Unless she go stop going anything IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu will invite her and poison her. She never know that one. If she know, make it ask Darlington. Darlington don't talk am for many reasons. How many times where them don't poison them, where then they fight for Biafra. Then they fight for Biafra, but then they poison themselves. Imagine such rubbish. Even you, Joba, you have confirmed your own self. How many times IPOB try poison you? So this woman, he is fighting. He is inside the corruption, fighting corruption. So she will not survive it. If you want to survive from corruption, you will remove your hand inside corruption. So without her denounce herself from IPOB, that is the only way she will be saved. But inside the IPOB, to fight IPOB corruption, they go kill her now. When Nnamdi Kanu will bargain finish now with the Nigerian government, sign and they seal, they will come out now. They think say Nnamdi Kanu go fire Nnamdi. Nande Kale go sakele ni ya na dem bi sabo da Nelo Fogu na net sabo with Chike Edoziem na him Chike Edoziem with Nelo Fogu. Then two na the net sabo. Just watch this my prophecy. Watch this my prophecy. Nelo Fogu and the Chike Edoziem. Na dem be next saboteur. Who will take over now? Na the criminal in Kuwait. The criminal in Kuwait. And then that one him within the Kalu go come do bomber to bomber. Now so it could be. Thank you, my comrade. Thank you for allowing me. Let me be on air listening to others.
Thank you very much for your contribution this evening. We continue to observe the tendencies, the attitude, characters we are exhibiting as we continue to push on the restoration of Biafra. And so that we will know when we are failing, and as well know when we are doing the right thing. This is a matter of trying to restore a nation. This is a matter of trying to protect the interest of the people of Biafra. Everybody must get ready. Everybody must be connected to everybody. And in the absence of that, I understand some individuals are career freedom fighters already. They want it to remain forever. After all, they are under payroll, so why would they bother themselves? Why would it disturb them? Of course, our line remains still open, and you are free to call in and make your own contribution. And of course, we are moving closer towards the end of this program. But then the line is still open. If you are here to identify with any pro-Biafran group, my brother, I recommend you to join the Biafra Nation Alliance, and so that you can have your say in our say. This is still Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station. And of course, we are reaching you with every degree of certainties across the globe. The people of Biafra must get ready. The people of Biafra must get ready. You must be observant. You must observe everything that is going on. Because believe me, someday, sometime, the fate of this nation will depend on you. The fate of this nation may depend on you. And will you be ready for that moment? When this call is made, are you ready to let your loyalty lie for the overall interest of the Biafran people? Don't let anybody deceive you. Be guided by the simple principles. You will see in that instance, we can never get it wrong. We can never get it wrong. Understand our detractors. Understand those who have been on our neck, on the Biafran neck, for over 100 years. They've not relented, and they had no intention of relenting in their effort to take everything away. It was publicly announced in BBC that as far as they can see, our land must be used as a conquered territory. As far as they can see, they can never allow us to be in control of our lives. And as far as they can see, they will stop at nothing until the land of Biafra is completely overrun, taken over. And we understand how determined they are, how serious they are about every truth. That is why we are here. And now we know collective effort becomes one of the greatest tools to get ourselves out of this mess. We will continue, I tell you, to push on until first of all, their threat will come to nothing. I want to thank those of you who call in to make your contribution. And of course, at this moment, I will be signing off. Recommend Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station for your friends, your family members, your loved ones, people who genuinely have the interest of our people at heart. And you are encouraged to join the ship. There are a lot of evil going around. The monster is everywhere. And believe me, we are doing everything possible to make sure that their activities is placed on hold. And when the time is right, we will come out openly and we will make our people to understand what we represent all this time. And so tonight I say good night from here, irrespective of where you are, as a Biafran. And God be with all of us. We'll pray.
Biafran's Got Talent exclusive.
After this heavy rain, please let the sun rise.
Our lives are in danger, siblings and more that all day long we have been ruled by strangers. Give us Biafra. We are begging you, please. There's nothing we can do without you. It's only you that will save my life. Chukwu and Biama, you are the one to give us Biafra. We pray. Oh, just save the lives. We are your children, save our lives.
We all like sheep has gone astray. Restore our land and heal our hearts.
Save my life.
Save my life. Save my life.
Chukwu,
Almighty Father.
we are begging you, please.
We ain't seen living here in the zoo. You up there, set us free. We are begging you.
See my people stay at crying, chup up your mouth, we get dying, save our land, we beg you for love.
Tears in my eyes every day, I dey cry. The thing is, I'm asking for Lord.
Yes, of course, quite unfortunate. I did not see this on time, but our people must understand that if you, let's see if I can get hold of this information, but then maybe I have to continue.
Give us Biafra.
We are begging you, please. We are begging you, please. When your kingdom shall come, we will know we are safe. When your kingdom shall come, we will know we are safe. Father, Lord, we lift up our hands to the air now. Chukwu can take all the glory and give it. Send your son to give me life. Send your innocent to be
Give us Biafra. Give us Biafra. We are begging you, please.
Alele lebugom, iwe webugom, obia bawagom, ndio chichi
I know you can feel our anguish, but don't let us perish in the hands of our enemies.